Amy, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Hanging in there. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Yeah,
Uh,
thanks for having me.
yeah, no problem. And just to get started and get to the point, um, based on what we talked about before, what are you doing at Simple Mills, you, Amy, and at Simple Mills doing to support your employees to make the transition to remote work?
Yeah, I think I feel fortunate. I feel like as a company, we were actually very prepared for the shift to remote working. We, as our leadership had done a lot of reading about the virus and had been tracking as the virus was progressing. And so we had actually made the decision to turn our office remote probably about a week before we actually we decided a week in advance and announced that to the employees, which I think was very helpful because it allowed people to both think through the logistics of how that might impact them, where they would work, their setup at home, but also emotionally prepare for that change. During that time, we actually did some remote work testing. So we had the whole company work remote and then tested our Zoom, made sure everyone's technology worked, saw what other type of office supplies people needed to be productive at home. And then we had a little bit of time to prepare based on that test. We did give all of our employees a stipend to purchase office supplies. So I purchased a sit stand desk, and we allowed employees to bring home their monitors, and then have had frequent conversations with employees about what other supplies they need, just to make sure we know this actually might end up being a long period of time that people are remote and want to make sure people are comfortable and then they're also productive. So I think that was definitely most helpful. We've been, as a company, really leveraging Zoom and have been mandating that when you have meetings internally, all meetings are video meetings, which everybody has been complying with and actually really enjoying. And we found that to be extremely helpful.
Hmm.
I think we're also giving internet stipends as well, and then trying to just set employees up with other resources. So we know, people for the most part have been very busy, which we're fortunate to have. But in the event that they do have any downtime, we're really trying to focus on using this time to develop people's skill sets and professional skills. So we're offering virtual learning opportunities. We're also encouraging employees, if they have any free time, to be working on some of those projects or initiatives that has been long on their to-do list, and make sure they're really attacking some of those. Um, so we're excited about that. We've also been making sure employees understand all their health benefits and all the telemedicine benefits that are included as part of our health packages. So I think those are kind of a summary of the key things that have been really helpful to help our company be successful during this time.
That's phenomenal. I would probably say that's the best planning that I've seen any company do to prepare for this crisis. So, um, with that being said, with all the other companies that are here, especially in the Chicagoland area, what type of advice do you have for other finance leaders or just other business leaders, just in general, during this crisis?
Yeah, I think the big thing for me and my team is just making sure people stay engaged and feel connected. I think it's hard, obviously, with everyone being remote, and the longer we go about being in the setup, the farther the concept of being in the office seems. So with my team, I'm just trying to have these regular touch points. As a team, we meet 3 times a week, which is significantly more frequent than we would if we were in the office. But having those team meetings where everyone's looking at each other face to face and just connecting, and we really just keep it light and simple. And a lot of times we just do roundtables of what everybody's working on, and also just understanding a lot of my team lives alone. They're not getting a lot of social interaction outside of work, and so trying to kind of leverage that community of our coworkers. And so we do a lot of fun things of just kind of talking about ideas we have of things to do on the weekend, which has spurred a lot of creative ideas, sharing different Netflix shows we're watching, podcasts, etc. We also started a weekly team lunch club where we discuss different podcasts. And if it's nice out, we encourage the team to be walking outside while they're on the podcast just to get some fresh air. As a broader company, we do weekly happy hours, which are kind of fun. So our team is about 60 people. So we're using the Zoom technology to break people up in smaller groups so that they're connecting with different people across departments who they're not seeing and working with on a regular basis just to connect. We're doing more frequent, broader team all hands meetings just to make sure we're sharing information. And I think another key thing about this time is this crisis is impacting different functions in different ways. So where some functions might be much busier than others. And for our particular case, our supply chain team is really stretched right now, making sure that supply chain is operating right now, and making sure we're getting ahead of our raw material orders, staying close to the plant to make sure they're running every day. And we've been fortunate to see our demand really pick up. And so we're having to work closely and make sure that we can fill all of our orders. So where my finance team has been able to be helpful is really partnering closely with the supply chain and trying to take some of that work off their plates. So it's actually been an opportunity that my team has actually really enjoyed, because it's given them a chance to learn more about what other functions are doing, get involved, expand their skill sets, and also just feel like they're really contributing to their team during this crazy time.
That's phenomenal. I think a lot of people that watch this can take away a lot. All those things that you just said you do with your team to keep them more engaged. To be honest, I haven't seen anybody that does it to that level yet. So, which is awesome. So I really, really appreciate your time today, and looking forward to getting back to where we can actually see each other in person. So
yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Benny.
thank you.